All right, so let's get into some Browns talk here.
Hmm.
So first, let's go ahead. We'll kind of talk about. Let's just get this out of the way now. I say let's just go ahead and talk about the HBO thing, just to get it over and done with. Two of the women who are accusing Deshaun Watson of sexual misconduct or sexual assault. Um, they were on HBO and they kind of talked about it. Apparently one of the women said that pretty much she felt threatened by Deshaun Watson, almost like threatened her career after it allegedly happened. That I know we kind of talked about it a little bit. Who the thing is, who knows if that actually, I don't want to say they're lying because you need to believe these women. You have to, but at the same time, you also have to. You, you can't you're innocent until proven guilty, and the fact of the matter is he's not been charged with any crimes at all. Not once has he been charged with a crime. Hell, they've decided to not charge him on multiple accounts, so that counts for something. We know that the NFL is nearing a decision on whether or not to suspend him. They are very close to that. When we will find out, we have no idea. It is the NFL. The wheels kind of spin a little slowly with them,
Until
and
they don't.
exactly until they don't. Um, so who exactly knows what's going to happen um, with that? Um, I will say what I've said before. I hope to God that this never happened, not just for Deshaun's sake, not for our sake as Browns fans, but for these women's sake. I hope that they're wrong because I don't want that to ever happen to any woman
Yeah.
or anyone, period. Not just a woman, but anyone, period. I don't want that to happen ever. So I hope to God that all these allegations are false due to that. But if they're right and it did happen, all 22 are correct in what was said, then I will stand by my initial statement, lock them up, throw away the key.
Absolutely.
That's There's not a whole lot else that needs to be said. I think. Miko, how do you feel?
I think for me, I don't think anything really changed.
Okay.
Um, I think that I feel in my heart that there was something that happened.
Mm-hmm.
Now, do I feel like it could have been just him being a sleazeball and, as you put it, being horny? Yeah, absolutely. I think it could have been very well been the case.
Yeah.
Do I think that there was something along the lines of this guy being Tony Busby, and we all know he's a sleazeball, um, and you all of a sudden go from, oh, no one wants to touch these cases to I'll take all of them all
Mm-hmm.
together. And do I feel like he maybe coerced these women into saying things and trying to get more money because he promised them that he could? I don't know. Do I know that? Do I feel like Tony Busby the sleaze? Yeah.
One
I
hundred
mean,
percent.
he's a lawyer. A lot of lawyers are sleazes. But do
He
I also believe that do I believe there's any way possible that 21 women accuse him of sexual misconduct and he didn't do a single thing wrong? No, I don't. I feel like there was something there. I just don't know what that was. And I
Yep.
don't want to say one way or another. Like you said, I hope that the actual sexual assault didn't happen. I hope that whatever it was is one of those things where, oh, hey, I asked for it and you said no, and then we left it at that. If that was the case, fine. He's just a sleaze who wanted his pee touched. But should he have even asked in the first place? No. Do I
No.
find it weird that he had that many women massaging him during the season? Yeah, I really do find it very strange to me.
Yep.
Do I also find it strange that he's taken no accountability for his actions? Yes, I do. I find it very strange to me. Do
Yep.
I do I feel like he has tried extra hard to get all his teammates to like him, i.e., the Bahamas trip, the Rolex thing with Anthony Walker today, how nice he's kind of coming off in the locker room. Yeah, I feel like there's a little something there, trying to coerce them a little bit, kind of trying to hype them up because he knows that there's something coming. Could that be the case? Absolutely. So at the end
I
of the day, do I know what to believe? No, I don't. I'm still very much so on the fence. I
Yeah.
still very much so believe that something had to happen. Do I know? Can I say that it was sexual assault? No, I can't. There's no way for me to say that
Yeah.
because I just if there's no proof, how can I say one way or another? But do I think there was some kind of misconduct? Yeah, I do.
Yeah. Okay. Um, Now I will say with the whole teammate thing, like the Bahamas trip, I think I'd like to think that one of the reasons why he did that was for the fact that he's in a new program, new system, new team, bunch of new teammates. He wants to kind of get to have everybody get to know each other, or him get to know them, I
Yeah.
guess. So that's how I kind of took that, personally speaking. But I mean, I don't know. We'll see.
Right.
Um, that's how I took that, but I don't know, man. Just one of them things.
Hmm.
So after that, we can also talk about about the fact that finally, our Cleveland Browns re-signed Jadeveon Clowney, and not just signed him because they signed him to a 1 year, $11 million deal, but he turned down multi-year offers that would pay him 14 to 15 million dollars a year. He turned
Yep.
it down and said no and came to the Browns. He came back and literally, I guess, I heard Mary Kay Cabot said something about this, that apparently during the offseason, Anthony Walker had texted him and said
I have the
something.
quote right here.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead. You got the.
It says Anthony Walker says he texted Jadeveon Clowney when he resigned. He texted me back one thing: Super Bowl,
There you go.
and that was it.
There you go. There you go. We got. I'm not saying it. I'm not saying it because I jinxed
You
this
say it,
last
I'll
year.
kill you.
I'm not. I'm not going to say that at all. But I'm glad they're saying it. How about
Yeah.
that? I'm glad that that's. I mean, every NFL team obviously has the one goal of winning the Super Bowl,
Hmm.
but it's nice to have a team that there's a good possibility that something like that could happen.
Well, it's the
So,
expectation, and there's realization that
yeah.
they're contenders.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's the big thing. If Deshaun Watson does not get suspended, the odds for their odds for the Super Bowl is only going to go up.
Exactly. And even if he does get suspended, I do like the Jacoby Brissett signing, so I
Hmm.
feel good about him playing a certain amount of games.
Yeah.
I feel good about that. Hopefully it's not too many. No offense to Jacoby Brissett.
Yeah.
If it was my choosing, I wouldn't see him on the field at all. I'd rather have Watson.
Well, of course.
But obviously that is not up to me.
Hmm.
It is nice to have Clowney in there because you have 2 first overall picks at defensive end. And the good thing about Clowney re-signing is that it is going to take that much pressure off our very young defensive tackle room.
Not only that's
Um,
going to take pressure off of the guys that are rotational.
yep,
I mean, the two big names that come to mind are obviously your rookie Alex Wright, who the Browns are really excited about,
yep,
and then Chase Winovich.
exactly.
I really like that Winovich sighting, and he came out and said in an interview that it was the best. He thinks it's the best thing that's ever happened in his career.
Yep,
He's getting traded to the Browns. So you have Clowney, who's motivated to be here.
yep,
You have Miles, who wants to come out and prove that he can get to that 20 sack mark. You have Alex Wright, who everyone's excited about. I don't know if I already said Alex Wright, but either way, you have
whatever.
those three guys. Those three guys: Alex Wright, Winovich, Clowney, and Garrett. 4 guys. Those 4 guys are going to be a problem
Yep.
eventually.
Oh, 100%. 100%.
I mean, and then like you said, it does take a lot of pressure off that young defensive tackle room.
Yep.
And I don't think they're done. I think they'll sign somebody else.
They have
Obviously,
to. I
they're
think they have to.
yeah. I think obviously the rumors are. I think there's got to be some fire to the
Mhm.
smoke that's been going around about Ndamukong Suh.
Yep.
Do I think they're sniffing around it? Yeah. Do I think that they'll sign him? I don't know. Do would I like the move? I'd like it a lot. I
I
mean, he's a good veteran D tackle who's still being productive. Last year in Tampa, and Tampa's off defensive line is a lot like ours.
Yep.
you had JPP, and you had who's the other guy on the outside? He's really good. I can't remember his name.
I know who
Um,
you're talking about. I just can't think of
yeah,
his name right now.
but either way, they had a good mix, kind of like what we have,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
he was a very good piece for them. Obviously, they have Vita Vea, so he didn't have as much pressure in the inside with him. But point being is, like, he's a good piece, and that's what I hope that they can do is sign somebody, some vet to also come in and compete for that D tackle room.
yep. I agree with you.
So,
Um, so that's so happy days in Berea in getting Jadavian Clowney re-signed.
and everyone seemed excited when they were talking about today on their interviews when they were made available for
Oh yeah,
media availability. Everyone seemed very excited that he was back.
yep.
They all kind of said they knew he was coming back, but point being is that they're all excited he is back.
Oh, exactly, exactly. Um, so
I think speaking of
another,
contract news, I was
yeah,
going to say that the next big contract thing we should talk about would be the Njoku news. Um,
yes,
I, Obviously, he didn't show up today, but as Mary Kay Cabot reported, they're close. You
yes,
know, from the deal that she reported, it'd be between 13 to 14 million, and that would make him the fifth highest paid tight end in the league. Now, do I like that deal? Absolutely, I do. Because if you look at it on like at the front of it, he's 25 years old. He'll be 30 years old when he's done with that contract. If it's a 5-year deal. At 30 years old, you look at other tight ends around the league. Travis Kelsey didn't have his first 1,000-yard season until he's 27. He's only going to get more productive. And then on top of that, look at the way Darren Fells, another tight end, was able to produce with Deshaun Watson. He had some pretty good years in Houston.
exactly. We know
And
about
with this
Darren Fells.
offense,
We know who
we
Darren
do.
Fells was.
Yep,
But he with Watson, he became another player.
he did. He
So
did. He became a lot better. And I think with his skill set, he's only going to improve.
yeah,
You know what I mean? As within Joku's skill set, I think he's only going to improve.
yep.
I'm looking up something real quick.
You go ahead. So the pretty much both sides with Njoku getting franchised, they have excuse me until July 15th to kind of get a new deal lined up. Otherwise, Njoku would be playing a 1 year deal under the franchise tag for just under 11 million. The price tag is 10.931 million, but they have until July 15th, so we have time. We have plenty of time, and also I do want to say that even though he hasn't been at OTAs, which was expected, it's not like he's you know, sitting around on the
Put
couch
him in
playing
films.
video games. No, he's working out. He's posted videos of him working
Hmm.
out, which is awesome. That's what you
Well,
want to see. So,
the other big thing is this is voluntary.
yep,
This is not a mandatory minicamp. This is all off-season, voluntary off-season workouts.
yep.
So it's not mandatory he's there. Just like Stefanski said today, this is not mandatory. This is all
Exactly.
voluntary stuff. So the guys that are here, we're having really good participation, and that's what we wanted to see. We wanted to have good turnout, and we have. So they'll be there when it's time for them to be there. Look at what they did last year. Those guys that weren't there last year either. They were with Baker down in Texas.
Yep.
So, I mean, is it anything out of the blue, out of the ordinary? No, no.
Yep.
So
Another I think I saw that Joel Batonio also
yeah,
wasn't
there's a few
there.
guys that weren't there.
Yeah,
Batonio's one of the names that wasn't there, but I mean, that could be for anything. Again, it's voluntary.
exactly.
So he's probably getting his body right. He's probably getting himself prepared for the season, things like that. I mean, it's all going to he'll be fine once the time comes.
There's no reason to kind of get upset over the guys who are not at voluntary mini camp.
Exactly.
I mean, yeah, you want to see all the guys there, but hey, it is what it is. Um,
The
so,
other the other person, real quick. There's one other person that was not there that we didn't mention. That was Miles Garrett. Well, he's not holding out for any reason. So
yeah,
I mean, it's completely voluntary.
exactly. we all know that Miles will be there
when
come
it's time.
we come involuntary mini camp. So another guy who wasn't there is good old Baker Mayfield,
No,
who
he's
was
probably told stay away.
spotted in Seattle.
So I've seen different rumors about this, and it wasn't Seattle; it was in Washington, near Seattle.
Okay, that's
It's the
close
Seahawks
enough.
country. Well, no, I mean that's like saying that Columbus is close enough to Cincinnati. It's still a 2-hour drive. It's not the same.
Whatever.
It's
Get out.
you could say it's but you know that what the deal is there. And there was never confirmation. I've seen a lot of people on that same post saying, "Yeah, that's not the same place. No, that is the same place." So it's all rumor stuff. I
Yeah.
mean, who knows?
Yep.
And there's the one thing that has come out, and I was actually listening to the some Brown Spaces earlier, and Phil Yates was on there, and he said that as of right now, he thinks the Browns will eat a big portion of that contract.
Yep. I was
He
actually
said,
getting ready to say that. I think they
oh,
finally come to terms with the fact that they're gonna have to. We've said that from the very beginning, that
mhm.
at this point to get rid of him and not cut him, you're gonna have to eat most of this contract. And if you do,
Yeah,
you do. That's fine. We
yeah.
have the salary cap for that. We
Well,
can.
and Fields was saying that he's thinking somewhere between 13 and 15 million that they'll eat. I'm fine with it.
Okay.
Get him out.
Get him somewhere where he can go, and everybody can move on.
Hmm.
Obviously, he's pissed off,
Yeah.
and that's respectable. I get it. I can
Yep.
understand why he's mad,
Yep.
but at this time, I think it is time to get this wrapped up. Trade his ass to Seattle. Be done with it.
Agree.
Let's just be.
I mean, there, Carolina, Tampa, wherever you want to send him to, send him somewhere. Get something for him. Don't just get scraps off. Don't get a seventh round pick
Yep.
for him, but
Yep.
get something for him. Whether it
Yep.
be a second, third, fourth.
Yep.
Hell, at this point, I even take a fifth. I don't care. But I mean,
Yep.
for eating a big portion of that contract, even if he goes to the market, even if he gets cut, he's still going to look to try and get
Yep.
probably $3 to $7 million out there.
Yep. I agree with you. Um, So I think we should move on to kind of talk about what's happened so far in
Hmm.
OTAs. And before we do that, we're going to go to the chat here. And one Titus Collins is in the chat saying, "Let's go, boys." If you guys don't know who Titus Collins is, he is the founder of Unified Athletic Wear, our sponsor. So thank you, Titus, for coming in here saying hello. We appreciate it. Even though you're a Bengals fan, but that's okay. We'll forgive you for that. It's a friendly rivalry. Well, it's not friendly for me, but I'm just a bitter Browns fan. Always have been, always will be, but that's okay. Thank you, Titus, for coming in here and saying hello. We always appreciate you. Um, so a couple things that some takeaways out of OTAs this week. One thing, I think Amari Cooper has impressed big time. Now, I know him and Deshaun Watson are not quite on the same page. They've only been thrown together for a couple of months, if that. So they're kind of
Yeah.
working out the kinks. They'll get it. They'll get it.
Hmm.
You got two brand new guys coming into a system that they both don't know.
Exactly.
It will work. It'll work itself out. It
Hmm.
happens. They're still learning the system. They're still learning how each plays the game.
Hmm.
So I'm not concerned about them at all. Another thing, like you already said, everybody was so excited to see Jadeveon Clowney today. So that's nice. I think there was some energy in the air for that. And one name that keeps standing out from OTAs is David Bell.
I love the David Bell pick in the
He
first
is,
place.
yes, I mean, he's not a fast receiver at all,
Hmm.
but my God, he's got hands.
Well, not only that, but Zagura was talking about today on Browns Daily, and he said that he has a second gear when the ball's in the air.
Mhm.
He said he may not be the fastest guy, but when the ball's in the air, that second gear kicks in and he's on it.
Yep. And
You
and
know, it
that's
and that's what I wanted him to be.
yep.
You need that reliable guy that's going to make those plays for you when it counts.
Yep.
And he looks like, as of at least as of now, that he can be that guy that can make those plays when one of the other guys doesn't make it.
Yep.
And kind of to lean on that, and I know that we were and really have been, big DPJ stands on the show, but I saw a stat. I don't know if you saw it the other day, where they looked at the explosive metrics for the wide receivers in the NFL, and he was ranked number one.
Really? I didn't see that.
Big play percentage. It was him, and then Gabriel Davis were number one and two.
Huh. Okay.
So I mean,
Well, there.
I'd have to look at it again, but I think it was like 27% of his snaps were going for big plays. I think Gabriel Davis was right behind him. So I mean, he has the potential to make a big play every time he gets in the field.
Yep.
And you look at this offense, and there's big playability all around it. You
Yep.
know how Mark Cooper is; he can take it one to the house anytime you go.
Exactly.
He just needs that little bit of opening. You have DPJ, who's proven time and time again that if you get the ball in his hands, he can make a big play.
Yep.
You have Anthony Schwartz, who was an Olympic track, could have gone to Olympics for track with his track speed. So
Yep.
you know how Deshaun Watson was with that super good straight line speed and Will Fuller. So he very well could turn out to be something like that. You have
Yep.
David Bell, who I think is going to be a reliable over the middle guy. And something I will mention, if you didn't hear it, there was a spotting of Kareem Hunt and Nick Chubb lining up at the same time on the field together.
Man, that's exciting. That's exciting right there.
Yeah,
That is exciting.
yeah.
Man.
Segura was talking about it. He said that Chubb was or Hunt was in the. I think he said Hunt was in the slot, and Chubb was in the backfield. No, they're both in the backfield.
Okay.
And when they left, Chubb stayed in the block, and Hunt went out on a choice route and absolutely burned the linebacker. And then
Nice.
there was another play where they were both in the backfield at the same time. They rolled out. Chubb was with Watson when he rolled out, and he acted like he was going to throw a screen pass over to Chubb and then threw one across the middle to Cooper. I mean, this offense completely opens up with
Oh,
his team.
oh, 100%. That's something that Mary Kay Cabot was even talking about, is that she said that you can not that not that Baker Mayfield was a terrible quarterback by any means,
Yeah,
because you know me, I'm a Baker homer. I love him. I think
you
he's
were.
great. I still do. I still think he's great. But there is a difference between Baker Mayfield and Deshaun Watson. There is a different energy when you have an elite quarterback and a
Hmm.
already proven, that's the key word, proven elite quarterback. And there is just a different kind of energy when you have that. They said the way the ball comes out of his hand is electric.
Yeah,
And so having that is just it's nice. It's nice. And I really do think that like you said, this offense is good. It can do anything it wants to.
sky's the
It,
limit.
it really is. I mean, we can literally run it down their throat, and the
Hmm.
very next drive throw every fucking play and not feel bad about it one bit. And the good thing
Yeah,
is, go ahead, I'm sorry.
I think the difference with this team compared to last year, and it's not that Baker wasn't mobile,
Yeah.
but it's that people weren't really afraid of his legs.
Yeah,
With Deshaun Watson, you have to account for his legs because he can and will run.
exactly.
Now, is he the fastest guy? No, he's not Lamar Jackson.
No.
Is he Russell Wilson? No, again, he's not gonna he doesn't run that much. But does he and will he scramble if it's open? Yeah. He's like Joe
Mhm.
Burrow, in that aspect where when Burrow had the opportunity, he'd take off and run.
Yep.
You give him that green grass, he's gone.
Exactly. You
Same
have
thing with
to.
him. Same thing with Justin Herbert. And, it's kind of the new mold of the
Yep.
quarterback now is you have to be athletic enough to take off if you need to, and he is. He has the ability to run if he needs to.
Yep.
So, you have his legs, you have the two-headed monster in Chubb and Hunt, you have the three wide receivers that I think are going to feature on the field a lot, which are probably going to be DPJ, Bell, and Cooper. You have at least one tight end, or two, whether you do Njoku and um,
Bryant.
Harrison Bryant, or you just do Njoku. Plus you still get all of your offensive line back. The only difference is Nick Harris at center.
Yep. which I'm excited to see him.
Yeah.
I'm very excited. I'm also excited that hopefully Jedrick Wills is healthy again.
Yeah.
That'd be nice because my God, when he's healthy, I think he's one of the better left tackles in the game.
He's very good.
When he's healthy, that's the biggest thing. He hasn't been healthy in a while.
Well,
Um,
last year he had that high ankle sprain,
for
and then
starting week 1.
yeah, and then you try to rush him back in, and
Yeah,
he tweaked it again. And then you try and rush him back in
yep,
again. He tweaked the ankle, and then
yep,
well, I think he had a concussion or something like that.
yep,
And it's just when you try and rush back in too quickly, you see what happens.
yep.
So
Plus, my
I'm
please go ahead. Sorry.
say I'm really excited to see him healthy, and I'm also excited to see what they're going to do at right tackle. Is Hubbard going to be healthy enough to play right tackle until Conklin comes back? Is Conklin going to be healthy enough to come back for the game starting week 1? I don't think he is, but who knows?
Exactly. I was going to mention Chris Hubbard. I'm excited to see him back.
Hmm.
Excited to see what he does. Because we didn't see him at all last year, and God, we could have used him.
Yeah,
We really, really could have used him because James Hudson, you could tell he wasn't ready.
yeah.
Last year, he was not ready. He was not supposed to play. He was a depth guy, and unfortunately, injuries happen.
Well, not only that, but you had him play left and right tackle in the preseason.
Yep.
And this is the guy that only been playing offensive line for what 2 years
Yeah.
prior. It's hard to it's not only is it hard to play left tackle in the league, it's hard to play right tackle in the league, and then you try and add both on top of that as a rookie, and it's like it
Yep.
was a tall task for him in the first place.
I agree. So let's kind of move on. We're gonna talk about the schedule now to kind of wrap things up with the show. Before we talk about the schedule, I do want to mention one thing that a Cleveland City Councilman has trying to get the name of the stadium, First Energy Stadium, changed. He wants the First Energy part dropped. Um, I get apparently First Energy is accused in a $60 million bribery scheme. I don't know much about it because you and I, we don't live where First Energy
Yeah.
provides electricity, so it's we don't really hear much about that. That'd be interesting to see what happens. Um,
Yep.
I'm okay if they go back to Cleveland Browns Stadium, or if
Hmm.
they call it Cleveland Municipal Stadium. I'd be even happier. It won't be that, but
No.
I would love to have the Muni back. But
Yeah.
that's just personally speaking. So let's get into the schedule. We didn't really get a chance to talk about that. So the first preseason game we have is August 12th against Jacksonville. We're not going to talk about preseason. Oh, that's fucking preseason. Whatever. Who cares?
Yeah.
Jacksonville, Philly, Chicago.
Okay.
But opening day on September 11th, we are at Carolina at 1 p.m. Man, if Baker was in Carolina,
Yeah.
that would be a must-watch game.
Yeah.
But he's not, and that's okay.
As of
Um,
right now.
I don't think he's gonna go there though, to be honest with you.
Well,
I
no one thought that Russell Wilson would get traded, and look what happened with him.
no, we kind of
Dave Gettleman said that they weren't trading OBJ to us, and then it happened. Anything is possible in the NFL.
why do I talk to you?
Are they really going to stick it out with Sam Darnold as their starter again?
Yes, I think they are because they have what's his nuts? Their
Matt
third round.
Corral,
Yeah, I couldn't remember his name.
Mr. Ole
um,
Miss. I mean, come on.
I'm sorry, I don't watch Ole Miss.
He- there's
It
a reason why this rookie class you had one first round pick was Kenny Smallhands Pickett.
oh man, yeah, this quarterback class fucking sucked, man. It was
This
bad.
a lot of people are comparing it to the EJ Manuel draft.
I I was saying that myself. Um, I mean, I still think the best one in the draft is Malik Willis,
Mm-hmm.
personally speaking, and I don't
He
even
had the
know if
highest
he's gonna.
ceiling.
Yeah, Yeah. So that'll be an interesting game because it's really going to be. I mean, who knows? Maybe Watson will be available. Maybe he won't.
Hmm.
Most likely, he won't be available.
Right.
But we'll see. So after that, week two, we
Home opener.
have it. Yeah, thank you. It's the home opener, 1 p.m. against the New York Jets. Um,
I think that's gonna be a little more exciting game than what people make it out to be.
the
That
Jets have made some big moves this offseason. And number one, I'm a big fan of their coach. I really like Robert Salah.
Alex Salah.
I think he's a great coach. I'm surprised he
Hmm.
didn't get a chance sooner.
Yeah.
Um, but they can only go as far as Zach Wilson will take him.
Hmm.
That's the thing. And the writing is very much on the wall when it comes to Zach Wilson.
Yeah.
So we will see about him.
I mean, there's really no excuse though. I mean, he has the
Exactly.
talent there.
Oh,
I mean,
100%.
the wide receiving core is really good. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, it's a lot of young talent, but I mean, Garrett Wilson is the reason why he was the second wide receiver taken in the draft. He was a top
Yep.
10 pick.
Yep.
We all know that we wanted him. I was pounding the table, get me Garrett Wilson, trade up and get him. I don't care. I wanted him. You have Garrett Wilson there. You have Elijah Moore, who looked really good last year when he was given time. You
Yep.
still have Corey Davis there, so three really good receivers. You have the kid from North Carolina. I cannot remember his name at running back. And then they just drafted Brees Hall, who
Yep.
was the number one running back off the board.
Yep.
You improve the offensive line. There is no excuse this year.
There's not for the Jets. So I
And
think
the other big piece for them is they got C.J. Uzama, a
yep.
good veteran tight end.
Yep. So yeah, I think the Jets are going to be a lot better than what they have been in the past.
It's
But
a
we'll
sneak
see.
game
We'll see.
trap.
That'd be a sneaky good game and a very trap game, 100%. But
Hmm.
after that, we have Pittsburgh. That is going to be the Thursday night game in
Hmm.
Cleveland. Playing Pittsburgh, get to see for the first time Small Hands Pickett. Um,
At home. That's gonna be a good game.
oh, that's going to be a great game.
Or they could have Mitch Trubisky as quarterback too, if they don't start Pickett.
I mean, I'm okay either way.
Yeah,
I'm okay. I'm okay with it. I'm okay. I
we'll
don't
see.
care. I don't care who's quarterback for him. I just want to see them lose by 48 points.
I would love that.
I would absolutely adore that. Fuck Pittsburgh. Um,
Always.
always. Um, after that, moving, we got Atlanta in Atlanta at
Hmm.
1 p.m. I don't think Falcons are going to be very good at all. Um,
Depends on how good Marcus Mariota is.
I
I mean, if he can stir up some magic like he has in the past, they could be sneaky good.
he's either really good or he's really bad.
Yeah.
And
But I mean, they got some big, tall, physical guys there. I mean, Drake London's
yeah,
a big dude.
and so
And then
Kyle
you still
Pitts
got,
too.
you still got Kyle Pitts. You
I
know,
still don't.
at,
They might have all those pieces, yeah, but I just don't. I don't know. I just don't see it personally.
they have. I think the thing with them is they have pieces. I think they're still in rebuilding and they have pieces. And I think that if those pieces catch fire, they could very well pull it off.
Yeah,
And also the other thing is Desmond Ritter going to take over that job?
yeah,
I really liked him coming out of UC.
yeah.
I really liked what I saw when I was watching him play. I watched a few UC games this year, and I really liked him.
Yep,
So he very well could take over Mario's spot. We'll see.
yep. So after that, we have back at home. We're playing the Chargers, and
Game of the year for me,
yeah,
hands down.
that's gonna be a really good game because the Chargers, I think, are a very, 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 very good football team.
Let me
Um,
give you a scenario. This is a scenario for you.
okay,
So if you look at it, that's 4 games. Let's say Watson gets suspended for 4 games. You have the fifth game of the year being one of the top 10 teams in the league at home for Deshaun Watson's first game at First Energy Stadium. That just gave me goosebumps.
yeah,
That would be a hell of a game. That is a Mahomes Baker Mayfield in college type game.
Yep. Oh, he's right.
Although that Chargers defense is pretty scary.
Yep. I
I
think
mean,
that Chargers team as a whole is scary
yeah,
personally. Um,
yeah,
I think Justin Herbert is I think he's underrated. I don't
yep,
think he gets enough love because, he was in the class with Joe Burrow.
yep,
I don't think he gets enough love, even though he broke the rookie touchdown record set by Baker.
yeah.
Um, I don't think he gets enough love, and he's very good. Let's go to the chat. One Philip Stover is in chat saying "Go Titans" and "Love you, Minko." So, um,
One thing to say, AJ Brown.
hey, damn it, I was gonna say it. I was gonna say it.
Sorry, Phil. I love you. I had to. I I quick note on the Titans. I texted him the day that they traded
Yeah,
him, and I told him how bad I felt for him. And then the first day of rookie minicamp, there was a thing that came out that said Traylon Burks couldn't even practice the full practice. He had to go and get an inhaler, and they thought he hurt his leg. I was like, "Oh boy, this ain't starting good for you guys." I said,
man.
I said, I said, in Robert Woods we trust, right? And he goes, yeah. Well, in AJ Brown we trust, but you see, he's not here.
He put the middle finger emoji in chat. So,
Love you
thank,
too, Phil.
thank you, thank you, Phil. So after the Chargers game, um, we are still at home and we are
Hmm.
playing the New England Patriots.
Another good game.
Another great game.
This is a tough 3 week schedule.
That's a very no. I'm gonna say this one, like starting with the
Oh,
Chargers,
4 weeks,
this
yeah,
4 week span is very difficult because
yeah,
after New England, you have Baltimore at Baltimore.
yeah. That's always a
Um,
tough game.
I don't know what Baltimore is going to be this year. That's the
Guess
thing.
who he's going to throw to? You have Mark Andrews and Mark Andrews right now. You
Exactly.
have you have the making of an incredible defense,
Mm-hmm.
and you have an offense with Lamar Jackson and Mark Andrews. That's all you have.
Yep.
And J.K. Dobbins, if he's healthy.
Yeah. By the way, Phil also says that he hopes you have explosive diarrhea tonight.
Thank you,
Twice.
Phil.
We can't forget the twice. So,
Yeah, 2 times.
yep. 2 times.
I'll let you know.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure he's loaded up on Charmin. That's the good
I
stuff right
am
there.
actually.
Hey, that's the good stuff, man. That's one thing I've learned, that you can't skimp on toilet paper.
Mm-mm,
Because you'll get,
never.
if you get that real cheap Dollar General brand, you'll give yourself a prostate exam on accident and
Nope. Okay, moving
done
on. All right.
it.
Mm-mm.
So after the Baltimore game, we are back at home,
This is gonna be a game.
Halloween night, playing the Cincinnati Bengals, Monday Night Football in Cleveland. Oh, I just got chills. I just got chills thinking
Yeah,
about that right
same.
there. Actually, your brother says he hopes it's 3 times. So thank you, Paul, for that.
Rude.
That was very rude, but whatever. I'm here for it. Monday Night Football, baby,
Yep.
home, playing the Bengals. It doesn't get better than that. Oh
Yeah.
my God, on Halloween night, too, of all nights.
You talk about an
Because
atmosphere.
because that's a perfect night for football.
Yep.
Okay, it's the perfect night for football because
Yep.
right there, right next to the lake, it's gonna be
Mm-hmm.
chilly. It's
Yep.
gonna be it's gonna be not where you need a winter coat, but you need like a good heavy
The
hoodie or
good
good heavy.
breeze coming off the
Yeah.
lake. Oh
Oh
God.
man, there's gonna be a little fog in the air too because it is that
Yep.
time of year. You're gonna have the stadium lights. Oh my God, I'm getting myself so
It
fucking pumped up for this
it
game.
that
If
is going to be a very expensive
I
game.
want to be at that game so bad, it's not even funny. I won't be able to go because, like I said, I really am not gonna go to any games this year. I have a baby on the way, so your boy's got to save up some baby money here. So, but man, that is a must watch game.
Oh
And
yeah.
actually, Monday Night Football is, for the first time in years, is watchable
Yeah.
personally, because I know a lot of people give this dude hate, but I absolutely love watching Joe Buck and Troy Aikman.
I hate Joe
I
Buck.
love I
I
let me
hate
take
Joe
this.
Buck so much.
Okay, let me say this. I like Joe Buck when he calls some football games.
Mm-mm.
I like him when he calls certain baseball games. I think he is the best play-by-play announcer when it comes to baseball. I do not like Joe Buck when he calls baseball games between the Cubs and the Indians and the World Series.
I think he's very biased. I think that his opinions most times suck, and I really wish that he could fall and break both his pinky toes, would be perfectly fine the next day.
Damn.
I,
Okay. No
I,
love
I,
lost.
no, I do not like Joe Buck. I don't like his voice. I don't like him.
I like it. I
I
think
would.
his voice is iconic. His
It
voice
is
is
very iconic when
iconic.
it comes to sports, but it's also iconic with me. Like Chris Collinsworth, his voice is iconic.
I'll give you
I
the Chris.
hate Chris Collinsworth.
I can't
I
stand
cannot
him
stand them
either.
both.
I same here. But man, I really, I don't know. I just think excuse me, for me, the duo of Buck and Aikman, I love it. I love
Well,
it. And to
it's kind of
me,
like it's Nance and Romo, but I don't like Tony Romo either.
I
I
see.
think
I
Jim
like
Nance is
Tony Romo.
absolutely phenomenal.
Jim Nance is one of the greats.
Oh, by far,
And
that's why
not just with football. The when he calls the Masters, I don't know if you watch the Masters at all, but
very
my
little. I hate
God,
golf. I
see,
only watch golf if Tiger is playing.
I
And
can
even if
watch,
Tiger is playing, I have to watch very little because it puts me to sleep. It
dude.
is the perfect nap sport.
See, a lot of people think that. For me, I can watch golf almost like I can watch football. Dude,
No way.
especially when the Masters are on. I am
You're on crack.
so no. I am into it. And I love playing golf too. So I think that's kind of where it comes in. I love playing golf. I'm not very good at it. I can't
So,
drive. I can't drive to save my life. I'm proud of my short game. I'll say that. I can use any iron you put in my hand, but you give me a driver and everything goes to hell.
so speaking of golf,
Yeah.
so I don't know if Paul's still watching, but last time we went to Top Golf together, he had just
Ooh.
recently got a brand new set of clubs,
Uh-oh.
um, and he let me use his driver, and that went pretty well. And
Yeah.
then he said, "Here, try using this 3 wood." I said, "Okay, let's try it out." And I put the ball on the ground like you would hit with a wood, and I went to go hit the ball, and the ball went somewhere, and then the club head went somewhere else.
Yeah, I've done that before. I've done
Yeah,
that.
it was one swing, goodbye ball, and see you later, club head.
Yeah, so I did that. You obviously know my friend Josh.
Hmm.
Um, Back in high school, I went golfing with him. We were on spring break, and we went golfing at Weatherwax before it closed down. RIP
Hmm.
Weatherwax. He let me use a 5 wood.
Hmm.
It was one of them par fives. I was just like, yeah, let me use a 5 wood. I didn't have one, so I remember I swung, and it felt weird on my, like, right at the end of my downswing,
Right.
and I looked, and the ball went one way. But in my upswing, the club felt a lot lighter
Hmm.
and the club head went further than the ball.
Yeah.
I was like, man, and I felt bad. But then I found out that his clubs were actually his dad's clubs.
Okay.
They weren't actually his, and his dad bought them one time and used them once in like 10 years.
Yeah.
I didn't feel as bad, and nobody really uses a 5 wood. But I mean, I think if you're a golfer, we've all been there. We've
Yeah,
all,
the first time I ever went to the driving range with my brothers, we used my dad's clubs that were like from the 80s, and that was my first ever experience with the driver. Was I went to go swing the club, hit the ground. The ground also, with the shake of the earth, the ball fell off the tee, and then I saw the club head go flying, and the ball stayed right there where it was in the ground.
yeah, that happens.
Yep.
That
But
that
anyway,
happens.
let's get back into the schedule.
Moving on. After the Monday night game, we are on a bye.
Thank God.
So that's a
Much
much
needed.
needed. And I like the fact that the bye week is in the middle of the schedule.
Yep.
I think we've been screwed the past couple of years. So that is welcomed.
Hmm.
But back at it, Sunday, November 13th at Miami for 1 p.m. game. My dad actually bought tickets for this game because my dad lives in Florida.
Oh, that's right.
So he has tickets to see them play in Miami. So
That could be a hell of a game. If you're, what could be a hell of a game.
it could be, but it all depends on if Tua is gonna.
He's got no excuse.
You're right. He has.
You
You're
got
right.
no excuse there.
You're
You
right.
got you got the upgrade offensive line. You
Yep.
got Tyreek Hill. You got Jalen Waddle. You got Mike Gesicki. You got a good trio of running backs in the backfield.
Yep.
You have it. You upgrade, like I said, they upgrade the offensive line. There's no reason at all that offense doesn't have huge firepower this
Yep.
year.
Yep.
You find out what you're made of this year with Tua.
Yep. So after that game, we're moving on to November 20th, and this could possibly be the Browns' first snow game of the year.
Mm-hmm.
We're playing at Buffalo. I think that's going to be another good one.
Great game.
That'll be an absolutely fantastic game, and maybe we can show what's a dumbass's name? Von Miller, that he made a mistake by not coming to Cleveland.
Why you call him a dumbass? I mean, it was really
honestly,
Buffalo and LA.
I couldn't remember his name.
I don't think he's ever coming to Cleveland.
Well,
If we're
whatever.
being honest.
Whatever. It just, let's show him that it was a mistake to not consider Cleveland. How about that?
Sure.
Leave it at that. Next game, November 27th, 1 p.m. Excuse me. We are back at home playing Tampa Bay. It's another good one. Playing old Tom Brady at 45 years old, which is it's absolutely astounding at the fact that he's still playing. Wow. That'd be a good one. That'd be a good one to see.
That is one that's going to be a very hefty ticket price.
Oh, fuck yeah. 100%.
Hefty ticket price.
100%.
I think everyone knows it's probably going to be his last dance.
Yeah.
And this is absolutely the last time you're going to see him play in Cleveland.
Yep.
Really want to go to this game. It's kind of one of those things where you always want to see the all-time greats play. And obviously he's one of the all-time greats.
He's the all-time great.
He's one of the all-time greats.
He's the greatest quarterback to have ever played this game.
We don't know that yet. The game's not done with.
So far, he is the greatest quarterback to have played this game.
Mm-hmm.
So far.
Mm-hmm.
To say otherwise is asinine.
Yeah.
At least we're in agreement. All right, moving on. December 4th. This is going to be one of them games. And for some reason, I have a feeling that it ain't going to be pretty.
Pretty for who?
It's not going to be pretty for both sides because we are in Houston playing the Houston Texans.
Who do
December
they even
4th.
have on their roster?
What I mean by not pretty is I think that there are going to be tempers flaring a little bit.
Yeah.
That's what I mean by not
I think
pretty.
It's more the crowd's going to be loud and rambunctious than I think the players. The players still love Deshaun.
Yeah, but I just, I just have one of them feelings.
Yeah.
Also in chat is one Kyle Perkins who's not here with us. They say he was stuck at work, and he is saying that Tom Brady is the greatest winner, not quarterback. I disagree.
I agree with Kyle.
That's fine. Maybe he's not there. He's not there stats.
Even right now, Aaron Rodgers is a better quarterback than Tom Brady. But Tom Brady is better at winning, better at being a teammate, and better at manipulating the game in the way he needs to in order to win.
And I think you take all of that in consideration for the best quarterback. He might not have all the tangibles, all the skills, but he just gets the job done. I'm talking about Tom Brady. I'm talking about he might not have all those skills, but look at the two careers.
Yeah.
So anyway,
and also Brady was paired up with arguably the greatest coach of all time too.
Yes, but he also proved that.
the greatest coach and the greatest player. I don't give me that. Bruce Arians is a damn good coach.
I no 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 no
So
no.
he
Is
didn't
he the greatest?
he did not go to a Freddie Kitchens coach team and win them a Super Bowl. He
Oh
went to a
my
absolutely stacked Tampa Bay
God.
team. You
Oh,
come on.
oh
Come
my. I'm
on.
not saying that. Good God Almighty.
Come
Can
on.
we move
Sorry to
on? Can we move on? We are almost done with the
sure.
schedule. We have 5 games left.
Mm-hmm.
Good God. I shouldn't even said anything.
Shouldn't have.
Shut up. December 11th, we are in Cincinnati. Gonna be another one of them good games. If I'm going to a game, it'd be that one. But my kid is due sometime like late December, early January,
Mm-hmm.
and if this kid is like my daughter, it'll probably be here a little early. So
Yeah.
I might be watching that one from my phone in a
Mm-hmm.
hospital. Um, but that's one I would like to go to. The next one, this one, these at least this one right now, they're saying it's on Saturday, but it could get flexed.
Yeah.
Where it's going to be Baltimore in Cleveland, um, and then the Christmas Eve game, December 24th.
Mm-hmm.
It also in Cleveland. The return of Jarvis Landry playing the New Orleans Saints. It sucks, man. It sucks seeing him in another jersey. I'm
Here's what I'll say. If this game was not Christmas Eve, I would do everything in my power to go to this game.
yeah.
But there's no way I can go up there on Christmas Eve.
No.
Because not only that, but I've already said, I told multiple of my friends this, but because of them signing Jarvis, if I had to pick an NFC team, it would be them. Because I love Jarvis.
Yep.
I love Chris Olave. I really, really like Marshawn Lattimore. I mean, it's really they're like the the New Orleans Buckeyes. I love Alvin Kamara. I think that Jameis could have a season like that.
Because they have
You know,
two good Buckeye players. Yep, they're the New Orleans Buckeyes.
well, they had Malcolm Jenkins until this year,
But they don't now,
right?
right?
They have more Buckeyes than that. I just don't know who all they are.
I know. I'm
Michael
just messing with
Thomas.
it.
There's your other one.
Oh shit.
Yeah. Oh shit. They got three
forgot
players
about
that
Michael
are key
Thomas.
roles.
I forgot about Michael Thomas. My bad.
Yeah, exactly.
Shut up. This is why we don't talk.
That's why you don't talk, because you're wrong all the time.
Shut up. Anyway, it's gonna be nice seeing Jarvis again. Bad seeing him in another uniform, but I am happy for Jarvis Landry, the man. I'm happy that he got another contract with another team. Just wish it was the Browns, but it is what
One
it
thing,
is.
before we move on to the next game, the one thing
Yeah.
that's kind of weird to me is most players, once they sign with a new team, would have given that, thanks to Cleveland or whatever, goodbye to the last city they were with. And he's not done that at all.
No, he's
He's
not.
not. He's not given any recognition to the
He's
city of Cleveland.
scrubbed his entire social media.
Yeah,
And he didn't
I mean,
but the thing is he scrubbed it completely. It wasn't just like
oh yeah, same
everything
thing. John
Browns.
Johnson did. John Johnson scrubbed his.
Yeah.
He had no pictures on there until they went to the Bahamas.
Yeah.
So it's not uncommon for them to do that.
Yeah.
There was another player that I saw that did the same thing, but it's just weird. Like even on Twitter, he didn't mention anything about the Browns at all.
There
And maybe he's saving that for when he comes back to town. I don't know.
he
But
could just
to
be
me, thought it was
bitter.
weird.
He could be
Yeah.
bitter.
Yeah.
I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah.
But New Year's Day, next game, New Year's Day, we are playing Washington, the Washington Commanders. That's still weird to say. In Washington.
You hear Carson Wentz already threw an interception?
Oh, really?
The first day of OTAs, and he threw an interception.
Well, color me surprised.
Mm-hmm.
Color me surprised. Yeah, it's Carson Wentz. So good for him.
Mm-hmm.
Last game right now scheduled for Sunday, January 8th, but it could get moved to that Saturday. Just who knows? We are at Pittsburgh playing the Steelers. hopefully will be a rest week for the Browns starters as they do their playoff push. That's the hope.
Hope.
That's the hope. We'll see.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it doesn't even matter if you have second stringers, third stringers, or first stringers. Any game against Pittsburgh is going to be electric. So,
I think that all depends on that game. Will all depend on where the Browns and Steelers are as far as division standings go.
yep, I agree with you. But that's gonna wrap it up for our schedule. One thing I did forget to mention, and that's my fault. I apologize about OTAs. Is that they had Greg Newsome playing in the slot cornerback position. That is something that I forgot to mention. And Martin Emerson has also been looking very, very good.
A lot of
So
praise for him.
yeah, a lot of praise. So my fault for not mentioning that. I should have earlier had it written down, but I completely forgot about that.
Me too.
So, but I think that's gonna wrap it up here for this edition of Load the Box Browns, brought to you by United Athletic Wear. Shop for all your athletic wear needs, including jerseys for your upcoming sports teams, for anything at unitedathleticwear.com. This has been Load the Box. That's Eric Miko. I'm Chris Paxidis. We'll see you next Wednesday. We're going to end the show how we always do it. Here we go, Brownies. Here we go. Hoo, hoo. And we're done.